From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
I'll have more information on a deadly shooting that occurred in Butte Sunday evening coming up.
There's a big pile of snow behind me, and the city of Bozeman will take care of it. I'm Annie Johnson, and I'll tell you what I mean coming up.
Good morning, Southwest Montana, 6:30 on this Wednesday, just a couple days before Christmas. I know you've got some things you've got to do today, like wrapping.
We're gonna wrap presents. Yeah, I put it off until the very last minute, and that's how that's going to go. The Annie Johnson story about them cleaning up the snow, that's going to be good news because we're going to add to some of that here in the next couple of days. So we'll have more on that. Meantime, outside, it sure doesn't feel like snow weather. Temperatures well above average. We're in the 30s, some 40s out there. Butte right now at 26. Mostly calm other than in that Livingston area, Ennis area as well. Your planner for today, we're going to get into those 40s. It'll be breezy, 20, 25 mile an hour gust of wind in the Bozeman area, 15 to 20 miles an hour in the Butte area. Still warming up into that 40-degree range for today, but changes in store. We do have some moisture headed our way before we get to Christmas. I'll have the details in a few minutes.
Awesome. See you in a bit, Chet. Well, two men accused in a deadly shooting in Butte Sunday made their initial appearances in court yesterday. MTN's John Amy reports that it's a case that still leaves plenty of unanswered questions.
A makeshift memorial was set up outside the home of a Butte man who was shot and killed here Sunday evening. The Butte coroner identified the victim as 42-year-old William Harris, who was shot just before 7 o'clock in the evening in his home at 815 Main Street. Two Butte men were charged Tuesday afternoon with deliberate homicide and aggravated burglary in connection with Sunday's incident. Nicholas Jager and Jay Huber, both 32, are being held in jail on $250,000 bond each. Huber appeared upset in court Tuesday when he learned he was being charged with deliberate homicide.
That's insane. I didn't shoot anybody.
Charging documents claim the pair forced their way into Harris's home and assaulted another man and attempted to tase that man. During the assault, Harris was shot and died. No further details have been provided. Huber works as a bondsman for a local bail bond business. Police say this case is still under investigation.
And the deliberate homicide charge carries the penalty of death or life imprisonment. We're definitely seeing some warmer temperatures than usual so far this winter, and when it finally did snow, we saw it took drivers some time to get used to the winter road conditions. I know I was one of them. MTN's Annie Johnson tells us the City of Bozeman Street Division says it has crews ready since last summer.
If you see a big pile of snow like this, I can bet it's not in the way of drivers because the city of Bozeman makes sure of that.
We know it's going to come eventually. Sooner or later we're going to get hit, and it was kind of the worst case scenario as far as, warmer temperatures and then drastically cooling off.
Were you guys ever unprepared?
No.
Actually, preparation for this season started last summer.
We have all of our sand ordered and stockpiled already. We have our mag chloride that we pre-treat the sand with as it hits the ground, and so we're really prepped and ready to go when it comes to snow.
I couldn't help but wonder if the Streets Division is dealing with worker shortages like many other businesses.
So we are a few guys down, but our 3 a.m. crew, which does all the heavy lifting, so to say, we're fully staffed at that. And they're the ones that open up all the streets so people can get to their shopping centers, get to their business, get to the hospital, get to wherever they need to go. So that's fully staffed and everything gets opened up by 8 o'clock.
Crews are working through the day as needed.
And then we have an 8 a.m. crew that starts, and then they continue with operations of plowing or sanding. And then we also have a weekend crew too.
And if you're wondering if a street has been or will be plowed, you can look online at the city's website.
So all of our plows and our graders have AVLs, which is an automatic vehicle locating system. And then we can track where they've been and what they've been doing, so if they've been sanding or if they've been plowing. And then it gives us real-time data as far as where we need to go and where we haven't been.
And something to keep in mind, if you see a plow on the roadways, you should stay back and never try to pass it. Reporting in Bozeman, Annie Johnson, MTN News.
The Homeless Persons Memorial Candlelight Vigil was held last night in Bozeman. It took place on the front lawn at the Bozeman Public Library. There was a short memorial service that included the names read of 7 homeless people who died since January of this year. HRDC's Emergency Shelter Services Manager Jenna Huey says the warming center is prepared to handle double the number of guests as last season and could not do it without the support of many partners. And switching gears, the FBI is warning about an increase in cryptocurrency scams. The payment method has become more popular among con artists because of the difficulty in recovering funds. Mallory Sophiste has more on the schemes most associated with cryptocurrency as we count down this 12 scams of Christmas.
Most people have heard about cryptocurrency, but not everyone knows how it works or how it's different from cash. Most notably, it's not backed by any banks, so consumers have no protections and no way of getting their money back if they send it to the wrong person. As its value soars, so has interest by investors and scammers.
I mean, the bad guys all want cryptocurrency because it's not traceable. They love that.
It's unregulated. The transfers are instant, making it easier to evade law enforcement.
Once that transaction is completed, it's irreversible, and it's much more difficult for us to assist a victim in recovering funds.
So it comes as no surprise that the FBI is seeing an increase in fraudulent schemes involving crypto, like posing as the utility company.
He says, well, your bill is really behind and we need you to get it caught up.
The caller threatened to turn off Natasha Clendenin Bay's power at her business if she didn't pay the balance at the nearest CoinMe kiosk.
He's still on my phone this entire time. I'm standing in front of the machine and I'm like, okay, I don't see a button that says pay your BGE bill. He says, no, we've started something new and we're doing Bitcoin. You can pay your bill. And because I'm just distraught, I'm just trying to hurry up and get back to the store before my appointment comes. I'm like, whatever.
She ended up losing $1,000.
There are cryptocurrency ATMs, and all of the criminals know where they are. And they were very happy to give you instructions of how to go there and get the cryptocurrency for them.
Sherette Jacobs didn't owe any money. Instead, she wanted to make some. Someone claiming to be with a crypto investment company contacted her on Instagram.
They started investing on my behalf, and I was able to see on my dashboard on the fxswitchboard.com that the money was literally going up in increments. It never went down. It continuously went up over the course of 3 days.
Her $300 had suddenly become $9,000.
They told me that I had to pay a one-time fee of $1,500 in order to withdraw this money.
So she sent the money via Bitcoin.
I got an email from their quote-unquote customer service that in order for the withdrawal to be processed, I had to pay the IRS a fee of $2,500.
She went to her brother, another crypto investor, who confirmed that over those 3 days, her investment would have gone down, not up, and that company isn't who they say they are. In addition to cryptocurrency ATMs, the FBI says scammers are sending QR codes to receive payment from victims. They pose as government agencies, set up fake dating profiles, or falsely claim you've won the lottery and need to collect fees via crypto before sending your winnings. With your 12 scams of Christmas, I'm Mallory Sophiste.
And this is just one of the many scams targeting holiday shoppers, job seekers, and travelers. To learn more about the others, make sure to head to our website.